Permit me to speak about my life a little bit, because I want you to understand why I'm passionate about what I'm going to talk about. I remember one day I was with someone who's dear to me. And that day we were in a bank because she wanted to get a loan. She was running an orphanage with 120 to 150 orphans that she had picked. And she was raising them and schooling them, educating them. And I was with her in the bank when she wanted to get the loan to support the school she was running. And I saw her plead to get a loan. She was pleading with the bank manager, I need this money. The children need food. And listen, church, I was there. This is someone I love. This is someone I look to. This is someone who has raised me. And I couldn't help. Please, I want you to follow me. I couldn't help. I was as helpless as she was. Here is a woman with a noble cause. Here is a woman who is doing what people with money don't do. Here is a woman who's doing what people with influence don't do. Here is a person who has gone to take 150 children and she's educating them, feeding them, dressing them, looking after them. And she needs money. And I am there, but I can't do anything. She has a noble cause. The cause is genuine. The cause is valid. But hear me. There are no resources. And I was with her in the bank that night. And I broke that night. When I went home, I sat with my wife and I told her, I don't want to ever be at a place where I cannot help a loved one. I don't want to be at a place where I see someone who cares for people, but I can't finance them. I can't sow. I cannot give anything. All I have is words of love, words of encouragement, but I can't do anything. And that night, I made a vow. 2008 March, month end. I made a vow. I don't want to ever be poor. I don't want to ever be broke. I don't want to ever be limited. If this is what poverty does, it degrades you. Even though you have a heart, you cannot help anyone. You cannot reach out. You cannot witness. You cannot serve. I said, I don't want that life. Now, I knew I didn't know anything. I had a heart to want to move, but I didn't know. I didn't understand. So I went to a man of God whom I had seen was walking in abundance. Because when we were in South Africa, doing our training in Rhema Bible Training Center, this man, we were all foreign students. But imagine this man would feed all of us foreign students. He would take us out, feed us. But we were all foreign students. This man was driving his own car. He was living in a duplex apartment. This man would fly in and fly out. And I said, there's something he knows. There's something he has tapped in. By the way, everything has got a system. There's a system to poverty. There's a system to being average. There's a system to riches. There's a system to wealth. Everything has a system. Everything has a system. If you are poor right now, there is a system that you have been accustomed to. Any man, any woman you see who's wealthy, there is a system they are accustomed to. Any person you see who's rich, there is a system. Go to school, study school, education system. People who get A's have got a system. People who get B's have got a system. People who get C's have got a system. Nothing just happens. There is always a system we are a part of. Now, what you must understand is this. These things were happening, I'm a pastor. These things were happening, I'm born again. These things were happening, I'm serving in the church, but I was still poor.
My God.
These things were happening. I was even a covenant child. I was tithing. From 2001, when I started work, up to where I am today, we have tithed consistently. From 2001 up to where I am today, we have tithed consistently.
Jesus.
So I was operating in what I knew.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do you remember the rich young man one time came to Jesus, and he asked Jesus, how can I get eternal life? And Jesus told him, say, look at the commands. And the young man said, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this.
Yes, sir.
Then Jesus told him, say, you still lack. There is always something you lack. In understanding, in perception, there is always something you lack. You are not where you are, just that you are where you are. There is something you lack.
My God.
When I met the man, I asked him, can you give me materials? Back then, my allowance in the ministry was 1,000 kwacha. And I told this man, I am going to abandon the next 5 months of my allowance. That's the only thing I have to live with. It's not even much. But I'm going to sacrifice 5 months of my allowance. Give me every book. Give me every CD. Give me everything you have on wealth, entrepreneurship, how to create, how to multiply, how to be innovative, how to start business. Give me everything you have. And he gave me materials worth 5,000, which is 5 million in the old currency. Now, listen. I testify this everywhere I go. But you still find people who still want to move without paying a price. In the school of success, we say, there's a reason why you are where you are. Tell your neighbor, there's a reason why you are where you are. Tell your neighbor, there is a reason why you are where you are.
Mercy, Lord.
Actually, push it. Tell them, results don't lie. Tell somebody, results don't lie. "5 months, I would get my allowance and go and give him. The 800 that my wife was getting would tithe, double tithe from the 800